Hi, welcome to our series all about seasonal skin, and this season we are going into autumn from summer, so we're going to talk about how to transition your skin from the summer months to the cooler months. So what happens with our skin as we go from the heat to the cold? A few things might start to appear. So you might see the effects of the summer on your skin, so you might be seeing a little bit of pigmentation. Your cell renewal might have become a little bit sluggish, so you might feel like there's a bit of a build-up of dead skin cells, might be looking a little bit dull. With the weather being a little bit cooler, maybe you're starting to put your central heating on. Also, you can find that you see changes in the moisture content of your skin, so it might feel a little bit drier, a little bit tighter. So there's a few things that we can do in our skincare routine and in clinic to help just transition your skin so it feels comfortable, it keeps glowing, and ultimately it's healthy and acting as a barrier. So tip number one would be to look at your cleanser. So you might have been using a lighter cleanser over the summer months. If you find that you have a little bit more oil in your skin over summer, if you find you wearing a lot more sunscreen, if you're out in the midday sun, the sunshine, you might have opted for a foaming wash or a cleansing wash. Now might be the time to start to switch to more of a cleansing lotion or more of a hydrating milk type of lotion. One of my favourites at this time of year is the Hydra Intense Cleanser from Environ. This has got hydrolyzed oats and vitamin B5, so it helps to really lock in the moisture into the skin. It helps to preserve the barrier so that your skin can hold on to that moisture, and it doesn't disturb the skin's natural oils. So this can be a really nice, comforting, transitional product for your skin if it's feeling a little bit tighter. Pair it with the face cloth for the ultimate cleanse. So face cloth can be really good for acting as a bit of a pre-cleanser on your skin. It will remove all of your makeup, and then I also like to use it alongside my cleansing lotion with a bit of water. It will remove all of your makeup and all of your cleansing, leaving a good cleansed skin ready for your actives. This ideally would be washed off with water. I think one of the myths is a lot of people think you've got to use a cleansing milk or a type of lotion with cotton wool. That's old school. Don't go for the cotton wool. We want to make sure the skin's really clean, so I would wash it off with water and a cloth ideally. Tip number two would be to look and address any hydration both internally and topically. So when we think of skin, you might just think about putting your topical creams on, your topical actives. Actually, to really treat the skin, we need to look with a 360-degree approach. And why that we mean looking internally at feeding the skin with the nutrients that it needs. That comes from both diet and also your supplements. So look at getting lots of healthy, good fats like nuts and seeds, avocado, oily fish into your diet. That will make sure that your skin has got lots of essential fats, which helps the moisture to keep locked into the skin. One of my favourites at this time of year is skin omegas. If you struggle to get those good fats in your diet, if you're not eating a good few portions of oily fish a week, maybe you just don't like fish, which often is the case, skin omegas can be really beneficial. They contain a high concentration of both omega-3 and 6. We also have got the Skin Moisture Lock kit, which has got 4 different nutrients which help to address internal moisture factors with extra ingredients like your hyaluronic acid. I'm actually going to do a little spot on that later on, so stay tuned for that one. Next up, tip number 3 would be looking at exfoliation. So it might be that you've scaled off on the acids over the summer months. It might be the time to bring those back in. Again, if you're seeing a little bit of uneven skin tone, pigmentation on your skin. We might want to just aid the skin's natural cell renewal, and how we do that, our preference would be using things like alpha hydroxy acids rather than your scrubs and your abrasive scratchy type of products, because ultimately the skin is a barrier. We want to work with it rather than take away from it, and that's what alpha hydroxy acids, when they're in the right concentration, can do. One of my favourites at this time of year is the Dermalac lotion, which can be used both on the body and on the face for certain skins. As always, contact your environ therapist, your skincare professional, to make sure that you're choosing the right product. We offer both online and in-clinic consultations to help guide you with your path to healthy skin. Dermalac lotion is lactic acid predominantly, which helps to just speed up the skin's, well, break down the sort of bonds that help to bind the skin cells together, so the skin can just shed a little bit easier. It leaves a nice, smooth, healthy looking skin. Lactic acid can also help to inhibit the melanin, so if you are seeing that pigment, it might just help to slow down that production a little bit, so you don't see it coming to the surface of the skin as much. So great product. Use it in the place of a toner, can't get my words out. So you would maybe pop it onto a little bit of cotton wool and just wipe over the skin, or ideally you can just pop it onto your fingertips and just pat it into the skin, then follow it with your actives. Next up, not a product, but a tip, and something that we do think is quite important, is looking at how warm the water is that you're cleansing your skin with. Maybe in summer you turn it down a little bit because you don't want your skin to get too hot, you want it to cool down. But then come winter, we will all want to feel warm and cozy, and we start to switch on our fires, you start to get wrapped up warm. So naturally we want to go for a warmer shower or warmer water when we wash. If you're going for water that's too hot for the skin, it can affect the skin's barrier. So ideal temperature would be lukewarm or slightly, just a touch hotter than lukewarm. That way it's not going to affect the skin's barrier, your skin's able to maintain the moisture better, it doesn't feel dry, tight, and particularly skins that have a little bit of inflammation, we need to respect that barrier as much as we can do. So try to go for sort of lukewarm to just slightly warmer than lukewarm water when you're cleansing your skin. And that goes for in the shower as well, which is really difficult. We maybe just need to channel our inner Iceman Hoff, and just get our skin used to that sort of wake-up call. So there's some of our top tips to help you transition from summer to autumn. We are going to bring out an autumn skin kit with some of the essentials that we find are great add-ons to your current routine. We're also going to be discussing next up all about how to step up your routine. So now can be a good time before it gets really cold into the real winter months to start to step up your routine. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.